Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steelers' John Rhys Plumlee makes it clear that he's not Taysom Hill. I am a quarterback. The Pittsburgh Steelers made headlines by signing former UCF quarterback John Rhys Plumlee to a record-breaking undrafted free agent contract following the 2024 NFL Draft. Despite having a strong roster at the quarterback position, Plumlee's addition has injected excitement into the team. His signing marked a historic moment for the Steelers as it was a team record deal for an undrafted free agent, showcasing their enthusiasm for acquiring him. In a recent episode of the Chipped Ham and Football podcast hosted by Pittsburgh Post-Gazette Steelers insider Brian Batko, Plumlee was featured as a guest. During the interview, Batko inquired about the comparisons between Plumlee and Taysom Hill, a former quarterback known for his versatility as an athlete. Plumlee expressed appreciation for the comparison to Hill but emphasized his dedication to the quarterback position. "I take it as a compliment. Taysom Hill is an extremely athletic guy, and I think when people talk about me and him, they are kind of giving me a compliment saying that I am athletic. Man, I will take being called an athlete any day of the week, but as far as which one I love pursuing quarterback. I feel like I am a quarterback and have an opportunity to be a really, really good quarterback." Hill has undeniably been a game-changing presence for the New Orleans Saints, primarily showcasing his versatility as an athlete rather than strictly as a quarterback. Despite going undrafted in the 2017 draft, he initially signed with the Green Bay Packers as an undrafted free agent before finding his niche with the Saints. In New Orleans, Hill's role extends far beyond any real quarterback duties. He's utilized as a rusher, occasionally deployed as a wide receiver, and even serves as a blocker, showcasing his multidimensional skill set on the offensive side of the field. While Plumlee appreciates the comparison to Hill, he's keen to emphasize that his identity is firmly rooted in being a quarterback. "I'm excited to be able to showcase that at the highest level in a quarterback room that has some really, really awesome names. Excited to learn from those guys and be around them. Super excited about the opportunity." The Steelers currently boast a stacked quarterback lineup for 2024, with Russell Wilson poised to lead the pack and Justin Fields as his backup. Adding veteran Kyle Allen to the mix bolsters their depth at the position. However, despite their already impressive roster, the Steelers were intrigued enough by Plumlee's potential to extend an opportunity to the dual-sport athlete who showcased his talents in college. While Plumlee's chances of securing a spot on the 53-man roster remain uncertain, he has a solid chance given his abilities. Though he seems focused on pursuing a quarterback role rather than following in the footsteps of Hill, it's plausible that he may reconsider should his NFL quarterback aspirations not materialize as anticipated. While Steelers fans undoubtedly appreciate Plumlee's confidence in his quarterback abilities, it's worth considering the potential longevity of his NFL career if he were to adopt a similar approach to Hill. Hill's willingness to embrace new positions and roles likely prolonged his NFL tenure significantly. It also played himself into a nice contract. Plumlee finds himself in a position where showcasing his quarterback skills is crucial, yet maintaining an open mind to alternative roles could enhance his prospects. Plumlee's remarkable athleticism is undeniable, and while he possesses the qualities of a true quarterback, his undrafted status suggests the NFL may view him differently. This isn't to discount his potential as a quarterback in the league, but rather to encourage him to explore all avenues for success. Hill's successful tenure with the Saints serves as a testament to the impact of versatility in the NFL. While Plumlee could potentially follow a similar trajectory, his current stance is clear: he identifies himself solely as a quarterback. Terrible telltales: should the Steelers trade Najee Harris? There have been some rumblings that the Steelers might consider trading Harris and handing over the feature-back role to Jaylen Warren. Truth be told, this could happen even if Harris isn't traded. Harris is the only running back in the NFL to rush for more than 1,000 yards in each of the last 3 seasons and has been consistent and dependable. It's never a bad thing to be compared to Hines Ward, a fearless, physical receiver who parlayed his unique skill set into a Hall of Fame career. He isn't in yet, but that's for another day. Roman Wilson, the former Michigan standout, was compared to Pittsburgh's legendary receiver shortly after the Steelers drafted him. In the third round, the Steelers grabbed two players who harken back to the great Hines Ward, wrote Jim Wexell, the founder of Steel City Insider and a Steelers beat reporter since 1995. In W.R. Roman Wilson, the Steelers got a starter with inside/outside capability and 4.39 40 speed. They also got a relentless team player and blocker, and a player with a huge chip on his shoulder for being drafted so late. Just like Ward. CBS Sports NFL insider Aditi Kinkhabwala claimed that Wilson struggled to pick up Peyton's offense and that the calls had to be reduced to two-word phrases. But back in Denver, a set of radio hosts pulled no punches and defended the Steelers' newest starting quarterback from claims that the offense had to be dumbed down for him in Denver. The idea that Russell Wilson can't get verbose play calls is frankly stupid, Ryan Edwards, Benjamin Albright and Grant Smith said on Broncos Country Tonight. Russell Wilson had his best season under Brian Schottenheimer, who has famously long, verbose play calls. Najee Harris's days in Pittsburgh could be numbered. When news broke that the Steelers would not be picking up the fifth-year option on Najee Harris's contract, fans were left trying to make sense of the decision. But now that the dust has settled and Harris will be playing for a new deal in 2024, it's starting to feel like his days in Pittsburgh are numbered. On Tuesday, former Steeler Chris Hoke discussed his expectation that Harris will handle himself in a professional manner and use the decision as motivation. "This is going to be a show-me year for Najee. I'll tell you what, I hear he has lost some weight. I think he'll come out and he's gonna prove that he's worth every penny," said Hoke to Andrew Filipponi during an appearance on 93.7 The Fan in Pittsburgh. Hoke then addressed any concerns if this could cause the 26-year-old running back to rebel and hurt the team. "The reality is this, Najee's always been a stand-up guy," Hoke said. "Honestly, a couple of things came out of frustration, but Najee the guy, by all accounts, from my point of view, has always been a stand-up guy," he added. Few will ever argue against Harris the person, but the question for Omar Khan and the rest of the Steelers brass is if Harris the player will be worth a long-term investment. While not picking up the option on his contract may have surprised some, it can be explained as simply part of the current mentality when it comes to running backs across the NFL. After being drafted by Pittsburgh out of Alabama in the first round of the 2021 NFL Draft, Harris has rushed for a total of 3,269 yards on 834 carries. And after dealing with some injuries during his first two seasons, Harris is coming off the best year of his career in terms of yards per carry, 4.1. Other backs may have accumulated more yards over that time span, but Harris has proven to be a model of consistency when out on the field. Harris's Steelers tenure has also coincided with a lack of consistency along the offensive line, something that was addressed in this year's draft. But if the Steelers didn't want to lock up Harris for a fifth year, what suggests they offer him a long-term deal with guaranteed money after the 2024 season? It's possible Harris could increase his value by that point if he's utilized more in new offensive coordinator Arthur Smith's system. The two sides could work out a deal at a lower number before this coming season gets underway, but doing so would leave Harris accepting less money and mean he will forego testing the open market. The mindset among NFL teams about the running back position is clear. Franchises are wary of investing at the position due to limited career length and the fact teams have won championships without a top back. And signing Harris to a second contract could hamper the ability for Pittsburgh to continue improving the rest of its roster. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Najee Harris? Leave your opinion in the comments.